Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Thanks for joining me. I got papers here. I got more over here. I'm going to get started on the dividers for the binder, the Better Homes and Garden binder. When we were last together, we put the lace on, and I'm very happy with how that turned out. It's mostly just to look pretty and just to give a little bit of camouflage to where this upper layer had some little splits. Those little splits were mostly surface because the inside was fine, but just to be on the safe side, because I do want this binder to be quite usable and workable and last for a while. So I did reinforce in there with the bias tape, tea-dyed bias tape, which I think ended up looking very nice. And then I've already gone ahead and put in some vintage ledger papers that Kelly sent to me just recently. And I love how they look. So these are the real deal. These are old ones. Now I had to trim them down, and I'm going to find ways to use that fun edge there. And I may even try to find a way to use these little offcuts. I certainly used offcuts in my book that I made. Let me show you where I used an offcut. I just did like here. I just glued that down. It didn't really belong on this paper, but I love the holes that are left from coil-bound notepads and such. So I might try and find a way to make use of the ends of these papers, because they're so fabulous, and what a neat thing that they really are old. So that's done. So I'm going to put this aside for now. These are what I'm going to work on next to make some dividers. Let me bring mine back so you can see. So what I did with mine, and it just makes them so nice and functional. Very, very simple. I just simply glued over whatever print was underneath, and I glued over on both sides and just covered it up. And I didn't make any attempt to try and make it look, all perfect and gorgeous. I want it to look like a functioning junk journal desk binder kind of thing. Yeah, so that's what we're going to work on today. And I chose some to use. I'm not sure whether I will cover all 19. I may do up to 10, and then I may find ways to use the following ones. Like you'll notice, let me put these 10 aside. You'll notice that where the tab is will repeat itself. So like these two, the size of it, the location repeats itself. See that? So one side or the other. And I may very well, for a few of them, and it's a luxury that I didn't do with mine, is I think I may glue these together, put in a divot, and make it into a big pocket. I may actually put a gusset in it so that it's easier to get things in and out. And I could make a couple of those for this binder, because no, not those two. Okay, these two would fit together. They're in the same position right there. So they would fit together. I mean, I could use any, I suppose, and just trim one off and just leave a tab on the one side. It's just, if I can do it, I'm going to do it. I might choose who has the most interesting Like, come on, pests and diseases, that's just cool. Window gardens, oh, I like that one. Maintenance tools, meh. Seed starting and propagation, I like that. So that might be how I decide. We'll see. I'm going to put these ones aside for now and decide if that's indeed what I want to do with them, or we'll see. So I've got 1 to 10 here, and I want to cover up my first page. And what I want to use for the first page is, it's actually the first page of, let me stand up and make sure I'm in. It's the first page of a guest book. And I thought, wouldn't that be fun? You know, first page of a guest book, and to have it be the first page in a desk book. Yes. So I'm going to have to trim it down. I'm going to have to measure and trim it down. Now, hold on. I do have to set my timer. So let's see. 6 minutes. So we need, let me just set it for 24. There we go. That way it can yell at me if I'm gabbing on too much. Now, here's my dilemma. I think I'm going to have to lose this lower part. I think I'm going to have to trim it right along there. I need a pencil. And I want to trim it so it doesn't look like it's been trimmed. And then that will be fine. I think that's going to look nice. Or else, yeah, I think I like it in that direction better, because then the words are going in the same direction. Let me get my cutting board out. Okay. Pull it back a little bit. I want it as big as it can be without... There, I think that will work. Nope, a little bit more. It's exciting, isn't it? All right. There you go. Okay, excellent. I don't think so. So I'm going to ink these. There will be heavy inking. I inked the end papers already. I really want this desk book to look quite aged and well loved before it already is well loved. So I'm going to match up the tea dyeing edges, because this has been tea dyed. But I may also, if the tea dyeing is not dramatic enough for my liking, I may still even enhance the tea dyeing. If these backgrounds were white, I don't think I'd be so tempted. But I think I've got a lot of leeway with my inking, given how dark these have aged. And I want everything to look like it's all aged. So I really do think I've got full leeway to really go to town with my beloved ink. I love when there's the holes from coils. So that looks like it's always been that way. Let's see. I guess I should have held it on top. I may still have to trim. Yes, I still have to trim. There I was all excited. Yeah, I cut it off at the wrong part. I needed to cut it here. That one. Well, that's why you measure twice and cut once. And sometimes I guess you measure twice and cut twice. Thank goodness I could, because I only have one of this page. This is from the one book, and it only had this in the beginning. So this is a one of a kind, as ever, as my journals are one of a kind. When you use real ephemera, you can't go print yourself off a new one if you mess up. There we go, that's better. And it still has the date. I like that. And I like that it's got the 1900s, so you know this is an older page. All right, here we go again, inking again. So what did Catherine do for her 30 minutes today? Well, she cut and inked a lot. It was very exciting. Hubby is on his way home right now. It's a little later in the day, so I said good morning, but it's actually afternoon for me. Hubby is on his way home from work with our little travel trailer. So we, in the wintertime, we store it indoors at his work. They have a big enough facility that we can park our beloved little trailer indoors and just keep it nice and safe and free from all the elements. Oh yeah, that's going to look nice. Free from all the elements, and so he's bringing it home. And then we don't have a huge driveway, so I'm just reaching for these. We don't have a huge driveway, so we usually will rent a parking spot for half the year and keep her down on the parking spot. It's got security cameras and, you know, lighting and all that, and it's locked. It's gated and locked, so we can let ourselves in and go get our little baby. And okay, so I want to do. This one's got the coil holes. Maybe I'll do a different one. I have a few of these. How beautiful is that? Maybe I should put that in. I don't think that one needs to be trimmed. I think I can just put it in. But I will add a bit more ink. The tea dyeing really, really took on that edge, but the other edges, they're not as dark as I'd like. Anyhow, so I have to... if he calls, that will be whatever our end is today. And I will quickly bid you adieu. And because I need to go down to the parking lot. It's quite full, and it usually gets done faster if someone helps him back the trailer into its spot. So yeah, so it's a nice little 21-foot trailer. They call it a couples trailer because it's really not much room for anyone else. The table folds down, but it's really barely a single bed. It's not even long enough. Like if you were 6 feet tall, you'd have to sleep slightly fetal. Certainly a child could sleep on it. So if a couple got it and then found themselves with a child, they could sleep on it. But ours, it just stays as a table because it's just the two of us. And it's got a nice dedicated queen size bed, so we don't have to fold it and open it all the time. It's always down, and you know, it's got little lamp side tables on either side. It's got everything we need. It's got a huge fridge, gas stove, microwave. It's got a full bath in it, so like a little tub. It's the cutest little tub and shower, a little toilet, a sink in the bathroom. The dining area slides out. It's got a slide out. Back in the day, we used to call that a tip out, but now apparently they're called a slide out. They don't call them tip outs anymore. There, that looks nice. Anyhow, we've had it a few years now, and gosh, we enjoy We enjoy getting out. We don't like camping on weekends. All the crazies are out on weekends. So I'm just going to put that aside for now and just keep going with measuring out papers and deciding the order that I want to do the papers. We don't like camping on weekends, and we refuse to camp on long weekends. It's party central, and we actually camp to go and enjoy some peace and quiet. And you will not have peace and quiet on a weekend, and especially on a long weekend. All right, I like this one. That one would work. Now, in a way it doesn't, because I will lose those beloved holes. I wonder if I should glue it on. You know what I could do? Oh, and you already know. Come on, tell me. I'm going to glue it right down, and then I'm going to punch the holes. See what I mean? I'm going to glue it down, and then I'm going to punch those holes. Yes! Now, I still want this inked. I want drama. So, fortunately, my husband is able to just simply, you know, we love taking 3 or 4 days, middle of the week. We get away. We have a nice little break somewhere. We usually like to. We don't venture far from home. We especially we didn't used to because of our little dog. Now we have a little bit more freedom without her. But I don't know. As much as we enjoy camping, we are also homebodies. So we like to know that if we want to, we can pack up and head home. And trust me, we've done that. When the weather report has turned, and it's calling for 48 hours of pouring rain, we will not sit in that trailer in the rain and look out the window. We'll pack up and go home. All right, I like that. Yeah, I want these square holes. They're square on that side, so I'll punch the holes on that side. Oh, I love that idea. There's more options now. Yes. Okay, so this side. Oh, I like those little plants. I think I will leave those be the way they are. All right, let's see with this one. Yeah, I won't mind covering that up. All right. I have this yacht log, and I might use half on one side and half on the other side. Where's my ruler? There we go. Yeah, so we've got to 10.5, so that means halfway would be 5.25. I hope that's wide enough. So I've got to look in and see. I can't remember for the life of me what oh no, I don't want 5.5, I want 5.25. I can't remember what I pulled out of there. I don't leave anything edible in it over the winter, even though it's indoors. With his facility, sometimes a little critter can get in, and I don't want them to sniff around and think, oh, there's food in here. So anything that could possibly be tempting to a rodent, out it comes. Like even mice and rats and such, they'll eat bars of soap. They love eating soap. Things like that, you can't leave it in. So, but I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember if I've left a box of tissue in there, or you know, how much toilet paper is in there. And I usually like to put in enough for the summer, so that I don't have to remember to pack that for the next few months. I just know the trailer is ready and full, and I like to put the dry goods in. The things that can stay in there, canned things, you know, cans of salmon, dried spices, that sort of thing. I like to keep a couple of cans of soup in case there is a rainy day. We could at least make a grilled cheese and a can of soup, that sort of thing. And then load up the bathroom as well with shampoo and such. So it's just one less thing to worry about every single week. I just have to worry about what we're going to eat while we're away, and remember to pack fresh towels, that sort of thing. Make up the bed. Yeah, this trailer, I mean, it's not even camping. I don't know why I'm calling it camping. I think they call it glamping now, because it's got air conditioning. It's got a furnace. The fridge, I am astounded, because we certainly didn't have this. I grew up camping, and we did not have this. When I grew up camping, we were in tents, and then we were in a tent trailer. Then we did get a hardtop, a full trailer, but it still didn't have a bathroom in it. Like, that's how long ago it was. There was no bathroom in the trailer we had. And the fridge in our trailer there was a pan in the bottom so that you used a block of ice in the fridge. Whereas our fridge in our little trailer, it even has a full little freezer in it. It will run off electricity or propane, either one. So if we pull onto a campsite and we're paying a flat rate for electricity, we run our fridge on electricity and let them pay the bill. There, that looks nice. Little things like that. We've even got a little portable Weber barbecue. All right, I'm going to put that one on the front. Log of the yacht, so it's a yacht log. And then I'll put the other one on the other side. Like that. Oh no, is that long enough? Just barely. Now, this is a case where maybe if I strategically put, I'm still going to do it. I think it's going to try and peek out, and I'm going to put it in anyways, because I could put, you know, some fussy cut ephemera here or here, because I'm anticipating having fun with ephemera in this. So do you see what I mean? How I want this to look like it's a repurposed Better Homes and Gardens binder. I'm not trying to, oh, and I want to leave that. I'm not trying to pull a fast one. Now I've got this paper, which I like, but I don't like that rooster. So I think I will, that will be a place where I put some well-placed fussy cut. All right, so if that's there and that comes to here, that's what I'll do in that case. Boy, I had to do some phoning around today. I realized that I don't take very many medication. I only have 2 that I take, which apparently is pretty amazing when you're 61. And one of them's going to run out in 3 days. Well, our doctors up here are still only doing phone consults. And the pharmacy said, well, you got to hear from your doctor. And now, normally they'll fax the doctor, which is fine. But she said sometimes doctors can take 7 to 10 days to refill a prescription. I got 3 days left. So she said, I suggest you phone your doctor as well and tell them to please check through the faxes and find our fax and get it filled pronto. So I was on the phone doing that. Fortunately, the lady at the doctor's office was really, really nice and very helpful. And she said, okay, as soon as I hang up from you, I'm going to call the drugstore. So that's good. So lots of drama here on these edges. I like this. I didn't even have to do that with ink. It just did it. So I like that. Oh, someone's at my door. Hold on. Yay! It was Amazon. It's like Christmas every day with Amazon. And you know what? It's good timing because if hubby was home when that arrived, he'd say, "Oh, what is that?" And it's actually for him. It's for Father's Day. So I'm glad that it got here before he did, so I was able to hide it. I know you're probably thinking, why are you getting him something for Father's Day? But I like to get him something. Usually the dog would get him something, and so that would sort of feel empty this year. But also, oh yeah, that looks nice. I like that. And then I'll put something here to cover that half of a rooster. No offense to you, Mr. Rooster, but I don't want you. Anyhow, he's just an awesome dad to, I mean, he's not a dad, but he is a good friend to my adult children. And he's a wonderful papa to all of these extra grandchildren that he signed up for. When he signed up with me, I was a real package deal. And you know, of our 18 grandchildren, speak to the devil. Hold on. Anyhow, you know, of our 18 grandchildren, sorry about that, I got to remember where I left off. Of our 18 grandchildren, 13 of them are mine. And I there's no mine in his now. You know, our grandchildren only have known us together. We are very much their grandparents. But still, he signed up for a lot. And I will be forever grateful. So I like to give him a little something just to let him know that I appreciate them. So he's a good man. And so if I can have a reason to spoil him, I like to. And there we go. I'm going to put bullet paper on the other side of that one. So he's been not complaining, but he's been saying lately when we have a big breakfast on a weekend, he's been saying that he would like a bacon press to keep the bacon flat while it's cooking. And then at the same time that he's sort of going on about that, he's been saying that we needed a new spatter screen when he cooks bacon. So I've ordered him a fancy schmancy bacon press and a nice new, really big, good spatter screen. Try saying that fast. So yeah. So I'm all set now. I'm just going to wrap those. And then I will be all ready for Sunday, for Father's Day. There we go. All right. Well, let me see what time it is, because I have a feeling, yeah, I'm at 29 minutes. All right, so I'm not putting that on there. That one's done. Okay. All right. Well, then let's, that worked out well. You're just going to go on there like that. Then I'm going to head down because he's ready to go. I've got to go meet him at the parking lot. I'm anxious to see our trailer. I haven't seen it since last October, so I'm very excited. He said that she's in lovely condition, and he washed her and waxed her because the man, if you stand still, he'll wash you and wax you. He loves doing that sort of thing. So, yeah, I'm going to have to think about that one. Thanks for joining me. It wasn't terribly exciting, mostly me rambling on and muttering about things while I cut and distress ink. Um, but I appreciate that you join me each day. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. We'll talk soon. Bye.